Today marks the anniversary of one of the darkest days in the United States history, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Jalen Lamb joins us now. She's in studio with us and to share how many Americans continue to memorialize President Kennedy. Jalen.
Don, although most people alive today were not around to experience the tragedy of President John F. Kennedy's assassination, the scar this historic moment has left on our country is still visible. I visited the Marion County Historical Society this morning and spoke with historian David Tucker on the impact President Kennedy had on our nation and how we should remember his short-lived presidency.
The sad thing is that today so many people only remember the tragic way that President Kennedy died and not the wonderful, inspiring way he lived and the hope that he gave America.
This year, flags fly at half-staff on November 22nd as the date marks the 60th anniversary of President John F. Kennedy's assassination. 3 years prior to his death, when Kennedy served as a U.S. Senator, he visited Fairmont, West Virginia, and gave a speech where the Veterans Plaza sits today. It is theorized by many that President Kennedy's local appearance led to his election, as he had reportedly admitted he would not be in office if it wasn't for the people of West Virginia.
The words from his inaugural address ring as true today as they did back then. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Let's bring the absolute power to destroy other nations under the absolute control of all nations. Let us explore what problems unite us instead of belaboring those problems which divide us. United, there's little we cannot do in a host of cooperative ventures.
President John F. Kennedy was a World War II veteran who was awarded a Purple Heart after saving the lives of his PT boat crew. He was also the only president to receive a Pulitzer Prize for his book Profiles in Courage that spoke about leaders doing the morally right thing rather than the politically correct thing. Many believe that Kennedy's leadership avoided major catastrophe during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and if he had not been assassinated, maybe he would have even avoided the Vietnam War.
You look at these tragedies and how much better off we might have been if they had never occurred, and it reminds you of that poem, "For all sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these, what might have been."
Something else David Tucker said in our interview today: many people should remember the legacy of President John F. Kennedy for how his rhetoric and his singular example inspired the country, the world, and the people of West Virginia. Reporting live from the studio, I'm Jalen Lamb with 12 News.